The Dodgers are like trademarking that camera angle.
I do think that 50 homers are in play for him.
When you're giving him a full season of just being able to focus on hitting, I'm excited to see.
But I think he is so much more developed as a hitter.
Yes.
Ohtani's swing is absolutely majestic. And what makes his swing special is the hands, hitting as high as 109 miles per hour.
皆さん、こんにちは、こんばんは、MLB 翻訳忍者です。本日は2024年2月14日に米国で放送された大谷翔平に関するニュースを2本ご紹介します。アリゾナ州で行われているドジャースの春季キャンプで161日ぶりのフリー打撃を行った大谷ですが、その様子が米国番組でも話題になっています。大谷の打撃練習の映像を見て、
彼は前の怪我の時と違う。間違いなく進化してるよ。スイングを見てよ。彼のバットさばきがすごいんだ。
と称賛のコメントが寄せられました。それでは米国番組での大谷の打撃練習に対する反応を日本語字幕付きで2本ご覧ください。
All right, we continue our jaunt through the National League West. Did you see Shohei taking cuts in the cage for the first time since his elbow surgery? You and I have both stood next to the guy, and we know he's massive. I don't know if it was the camera angle or what, but he looks like the kid that you hadn't seen during the summer in between 7th and 8th grade, and he grew 5 inches and put on like 20 pounds of, muscle or what. I mean, the dude looks bigger than ever.
The Dodgers are like trademarking that camera angle. They did the Tyler Glasnow video down and to the left. They did the Shohei video down and to the left. I love the angle. Keep doing that, Dodgers.
Yeah, that thing is awesome. My question is this. Does Ohtani not pitching this season make your interest in him wane even the slightest bit?
Yeah, I think so. I'm still very much interested to see, number one, him come out in a Dodger uniform for the first time. I think will be really cool. And obviously that's what makes him, the ability to do both. Now, we know he still can do both. He's just not going to do it this year. Obviously, he's coming back from injury. But I do think it might end up being a good thing for Ohtani and the Dodgers. I'm kind of doing a spin zone on this a little, Chris, because it allows Yamamoto to kind of like be the guy. Like he's coming over, and I think he wants some of that like limelight and the spotlight. It's going to be on him. As far as like the pitching goes in the Dodgers, like, yeah, it's going to be great to see Walker Buehler back. So that's going to be a big story too. But Yamamoto is like going to be the featured pitcher there. And I think that's good. Also with Shohei, like, look, I think that being able to focus on one is going to be interesting to see. I want to see him like, he has a full year. I know he's going to be doing some rehab throwing and stuff, but just focusing on hitting and getting adjusted into a whole new league and all that, I think is important. It's going to give him time to really find his footing offensively. So if you're talking like, and I know he's done this at times throughout his career where he's only done one, but when you're giving him a full season of just being able to focus on hitting, I'm excited to see like where his numbers end up. I think it's going to be great. But does it, wane a little bit, the excitement? Yeah, because I think that's where it all comes from, the fact that he can do both, Chris.
Yeah. Although I do think that he is so exciting, period. Anything he does is amazing. In fact, I hadn't checked his stats probably the entire offseason. And so I was talking with our oldest son, Josh, who's home for a couple days. And I asked him the question. He goes, yeah, he agreed with you that it probably does taper off a little bit, the interest in him. And I said, man, so he's just a hitter, huh? He goes, but Dad, did you realize how good a season he had last year? I was like, yeah, I know he missed the last, 3.5 weeks. He reminded me that he led baseball in homers, on base, slug, OPS, OPS plus, and total bases, even though he basically missed the last month of the season. And I was like, shit. So he's just going to focus on hitting this entire year. Like, I do think that 50 homers are in play for him. I'm not, and he had his best hitting season. I know we don't pay attention to batting average, but I think it's nice that the guy hit over 300 last year for himself. Like, while he's still striking out a ton, I just think the guy is so amazing at everything he does. Yes, it's going to be a bummer to not see him hit a homer on the same day that he pitches, but he freaking is amazing at everything. And so I'm still going to be glued to his 4 or 5 at bats that he has every night. And I can't wait.
Where's he going to hit? That's my question. If this guy hits like third or 4th in that lineup, what are the RBIs going to look like? He had 95 last year, and that's through 500 ABs, 44 homers. Like, we're talking, he might approach like 130 ribs. It's gonna be fun.
He's got to hit in the first inning. You cannot not have Shohei Ohtani hit. Like,
I don't hit him second or third.
I would hit him second.
Yeah.
I would go Mookie and then him and then Freddie Freeman and then Will Smith and then Max Muncy.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, that's not bad. I think that plays. Pretty well.
I had a 10 baseball reference WAR last year. You don't see that too often, a double digit.
I will say this. So he got injured, Tommy John, his first time, did not pitch in 2019, but he did hit that year. 848 OPS, 18 homers in 106 games. But I think he is so much more developed as a hitter now that I think he was just trying to figure out how to get through a season. He was dealing with a major arm injury for the first time. I think now he is in such a different place that he could he contend for the MVP just as a DH?
It's never been done before, right?
No, Poppy came close a few years ago. I think he finished like runner-up.
I imagine it'll be very difficult for him to get top MVP votes if he's just DHing.
Yeah. Dare to dream.
But if any guy could do it, it'd be him.
Yeah.
Today, batting leadoff for our first segment, we're talking about Shohei Ohtani and the display he put on yesterday at Camelback Ranch. Probably the most anticipated spring training batting practice in Dodgers franchise history, and he did not disappoint. He took his first swings outside of a batting cage since having surgery last September to repair that UCL in his right elbow. Like I said, 10 home runs in 21 at-bats, and he wasn't even going. There we go. Look at those balls just flying out in this outer space. Just look at this swing. Ohtani's swing is absolutely majestic. The prodigious power of Shohei Ohtani. It's something to behold. It's something that us Dodgers fans get to enjoy. He's got the grace of a ballerina. He's got the strength of a lion. And you just see it right there. It's compact. And what makes his swing special is the hands. Look at the quick hands of Shohei Ohtani. Get to that ball. And that's what really stands out. No wasted movement. You see the way he loads his body and he just engages that entire core. The arms just drive through the ball. There's houses back there too. I'm sure that those are landing in pools in Arizona. I'm sure those are landing, breaking windows. And he talked to reporters after the batting practice session, and there was a lot of positive takeaways. He's trending in the right direction, hitting as high as 109 miles per hour for the exit velocity. That was the highest exit velocity he hit. He had a couple over 100 miles per hour exit velocity, and this is someone who is not going at full strength. If that is what not full strength looks like, just imagine when he's going 100%, okay? This is someone that I predict is going to hit a ball 500 feet at Dodger Stadium. I think that he is going to enter that conversation for longest home runs ever hit at Dodger Stadium. And if you look at right now, I mean, his career high is 493 feet. That was against the Diamondbacks last season. But the top 5 longest home runs ever hit at Dodger Stadium: 5, Mike Piazza, 1997, 420 feet. 4, Willie Stargell, 1973, 470 feet. 3, Giancarlo Stanton, 2015, 475 feet. 2, Mark McGwire, 99, 483 feet. And I think Ohtani has a chance to top this one. Willie Stargell, 1, 1963, 506 feet. So come on, let me get a 500-foot bomb this year, Shohei Ohtani. But like I said, he talked to reporters after the batting practice session. Lots of positive takeaways from that session.
いかがだったでしょうか。2本の番組とも今年は50本塁打を記録すると大谷に大きな期待を寄せていました。二刀流を見れないのは残念ですが、DH 専門のシーズンで大暴れする大谷が楽しみですね。本チャンネルでは日本人メジャーリーガーに関する現地ニュースを日本語字幕付きでお送りしています。よければチャンネル登録、高評価をよろしくお願いします。また次回の動画でお会いしましょう。